Peace. All right, so I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, know your day is going to get better once your perception gets better, because perception is key. Perception is key. Okay, so in today's video, first off, if you are new to my channel, my name is Dina Bryant. I make these phenomenal videos, okay? Just speaking about life, talking about growth, talking about spirituality, talking about the universe, talking about energy, frequency, vibration, all of that good stuff. Okay, all right, so in today's video I am going to take you on a journey. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the time that I thought I was dying. Okay, and it's all because I had smoked some ganja, okay, some weed. All right, when I was about, I believe, like 11 or 12 years old. If you guys watched my videos, I talked about me being arrested when I was 12 years old. Just in the streets and, thinking I know everything, okay? But I'm so grateful and thankful for that experience, because it helped me become the person that I am today, okay? The goddess that I am today. Okay, so 11 years old, 11 or 12 years old. I believe I was like around 11 years old. But I was in the streets. I was living with my father. And I told you guys, my father had custody of me at an early age. My mother, she was going through her own thing. So my father is the one who pretty much raised me until I was about 5 years old. And after 5 years old, I was taken away from my father because my aunt and my cousin from my mother's side, they had took me and told my father that they was taking me out for Easter, and I never went back to my father. So my father had wound up calling the police, and it was like a big thing. Okay, so fast forward, got taken away from my father, went to the system, was in a group home first, ran away from the group home, then went into a foster home, and then after that went to my aunt from my mother's side and was living with her until I was about 12 years old. So yeah, so I had to be about 12 or 13 that this happened. Okay, probably about 12 years old when this happened. Okay, because then I ran away and started staying back with my father. Then my father got custody of me, and then it was official. I was just living with him for good. Okay, so I was 12 years old, and my father, he really didn't have any rules. It was pretty much you do whatever it is that you primarily wanted to do. Okay, one of his things was he would tell you one time, like, what you doing, is gonna be consequences about it. But my father was in beat. He was not gonna keep on reiterating time and time again whatever it was that you was doing, that that life was gonna catch up with you. Although he was living a life where as though he would have like a lot of women at the house, and they would be getting high, some would be prostitutes or whatever. But yes, that is what I went through. That is what I'm going through. Okay, and so 12 years old, pretty much was in the streets, pretty much was selling drugs at 12 years old. And the people that I was affiliated with at that time as a kid, as a minor, they was pretty much older than me. Okay, and it was one guy in particular, let's just say his name was Sean. Okay, so me and Sean would be together, nothing like we would have sex or anything, but we would just be together, right? And I remember one day Sean had came to me. He was like, "Oh, yo, what's up? I got some weed. I got some ganja." Now, up until this point, I smoked weed, okay, but I never inhaled it. Okay, I know I probably sound like Bill Clinton, but no, I never inhaled it. Okay, and in fact, I didn't even really know how to inhale. And so every time that I would smoke the weed, I think I would just smoke the weed just like because other people were smoking it, right? Like wanting to be down. I know, okay. And so I would smoke the weed because that's who I was affiliated with. People that was smoking, people that was in the streets, people that was selling drugs, so, you are a product of your environment. And what you be around, most of the time, you are going to start doing those things what you're constantly being around. All right. And that's why I talk about the subconscious mind so much. All right. Because what you constantly let influence your subconscious mind, that's what you may wind up doing. Okay. All right. So the guy, Sean, he was like, all right, I got some ganja. Right. And I was like, all right. So it started off, we had walked to this little park and we was sitting on a bench, so he was smoking it, he rolled it up. So, and then I started smoking it. So we was passing it. And next minute, after the blunt was done, probably before the blunt was done, okay, oh my goodness, it felt like it was unreal. Like everything felt unreal. It felt like I felt so slow. I felt like if I was walking, I felt like I was walking like really slow. I felt like, now I know I talk slow sometimes, but I felt like I was talking like really, really slow when I would say things. And I remember man was walking and it was hot. Man was walking and he was like, you good? And I was like, not really, like, because I felt so indifferent. I was so damn scared. I thought that I was about to die, okay? And I remember, like, I had to stop and, sit on this car because everything, it seemed like, I don't know, I was like just having a crazy ass trip, okay? And so, and I don't know if the weed was laced with anything. I don't think so, because it's other experience that I had like this, that I just couldn't handle it, okay? Just can't handle it. And I'm grateful for that, okay? I'm grateful for that because I told you guys, like, my past upbringing, I don't know. But I'm so grateful for not being able to handle the goddamn weed, okay? All right, so I remember I was on this car and I was just sitting there and I just felt like my eyes was closed. It was like I was going in and out of consciousness. And it was this lady that I guess like she was on a higher drug, right? She was on a higher drug. It's like I could hear her, but it sounded like, I don't know. It's like I could hear her, but it sounded like far, far away. Right, and she was like kind of close, I guess. And one of the things she was saying, she was like, "Oh, I want what she had." Honey, I was like, "This lady is crazy," because you don't want what the fuck I had, honey. Because it said it was weed, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Okay, all right. And so, I remember Sean had went to the, the other OGs, and he was telling them, he was like, she was smoking with me, whatever, and I don't know what the hell happened, whatever, like that. And the other guys, they was like, bring her into this store. I guess they was cool with the store owner or whatever. It was like that. They was like in the hood, right? And it was like, bring her inside. So I was inside the store. And it was so crazy because I started thinking about my classmates from when I was in the 6th grade, because the 6th grade is when I dropped out, okay? And then later on I went back to school, but the 6th grade is when I dropped out of school, right? Because I was in the streets. And in this trip, I started thinking about my classmates, which was crazy because I haven't seen my classmates like in a while, right? And so I started thinking about my classmates. My sister had wound up coming. Okay, my sister Melissa, shout out because she always there, right? My sister Melissa wound up coming, and she was like, "What happened to her? What happened to her?" They explained like what happened to me and stuff like that. They was giving me milk. I mean, oh my goodness. So a few hours passed, which felt like a lifetime, and then I was like out of the high, right? Like I was back to my normal self. And bits and pieces I remember, but I don't even remember like walking away and everything like that. I just remember like I was out of the high and stuff like that. So my thing is this, okay? Drugs, okay? Woo! I don't know, but One of the things that I do know is life is always giving us experiences. It is always giving us lessons, okay? And the lessons is for us to get so we don't constantly, continuously repeat the course. And so with that being said, I'm glad I learned from that, although later on I did smoke again, and then I was getting the same exact effect, and then I was like, no. It just made me feel like I was like really, really slow, like walking slow, talking slow, everything. It just felt, I just could not take it. Could not take it. I'm proud to say I can't take it. Whatever. So yeah. So with that being said, I love you guys. I love you. I love you. Make sure you're rocking out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell so you can get the notifications of when I upload a video. And make sure you have a phenomenal day, because listen, happiness is a choice. And you have the ability to choose if you want to be happy or if you want to be miserable. But either way, this is your life. You live it the way you want. And with that being said, peace.